Hi everybody, it's Mystic and welcome to my library. This is my very first booktube video. I had mentioned in my channel update kind of video vlog thing that I did that I am starting booktube on my channel. So I thought to start things off, I would do the Booktube Newbie Tag that is going around on YouTube for all new booktubers to kind of introduce themselves and, let the community know who they are. First of all, I'm not a new YouTuber. I actually was on YouTube for quite a while back last year. I took a hiatus in March, but I'm back now. I don't just do booktube. I am also a video game YouTuber, so I cover lots of story-driven RPGs, visual novels, that sort of thing on my channel as well. So if you're also interested in video games, you can also follow for video game stuff as well as booktube, which I am adding in now. Before I get into the questions on the Booktube Newbie Tag, I thought maybe I would just kind of briefly introduce myself in general, let you guys know a little bit about me aside from what is on the questions. So first of all, my name is Mystic. It's not my real name. My real name is Christina, but I tend to go by Mystic online. It's what I've been doing, oh gosh, for probably 20 years now. Yeah. But I've been Mystic for a really long time. So I figured I would keep that going here. And you can call me either one, Mystic, Christina, doesn't bother me. I answer both. A couple other things about me. I am a mom to two awesome little boys. And I also run a website dedicated to the Sims games, which I will post down below as well. Aside from that, I have been reading for a long time. I'm going to get into, what got me into it in a few minutes because I know that that's part of the questions here. As you can see, I do have a few books here. This is not all of them. I'm actually going to be renovating my office in a little bit, which is where I am right now. I love the color blue, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a fan of this super dark blue behind me. This was here when we moved in last year. I haven't painted it yet, but it's a little bit much for me. And it makes the room kind of dark. So I'm going to be renovating my office in a little bit. I'm kind of hopefully go for like a Harry Potter theme. So once I do all of that, you'll be seeing a lot more books behind me. But for now, I just kind of have some of my basics, some of the ones I'm reading right now. So I figured I'd have those there, along with my Commander Shepard action figure, which is very important. Again, I said I'm a big video game nerd. Mass Effect is one of my favorite games of all time. So you will see Commander Shepard in the background. She's kind of like my little friend. She's my little, moral support person back there. All right, so now that I've kind of done a couple of little intro things, I'm going to cover the questions. I have them written down on a piece of paper right here. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Well, again, this is not a new channel. My channel's been around for quite a while, but again, it was only in video games. I decided to move to booktube because reading is a huge passion of mine. It is probably as big of a passion as video games are, and I love being able to talk about my passions to other people with similar interests. So to be able to talk about reading seemed like it would be awesome. I'm already talking about video games. Why don't I talk about my other favorite interest, which is reading? So I decided, let's add booktube to my channel. The next question is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to booktube? Well, I mentioned I'm a mom. So my kids are 7 and 5. And my older son is starting to learn how to read right now. He's actually doing really well at this point. My younger son is in kindergarten, so he's just kind of getting there. But I thought, there's not a lot of people on booktube that cover kids' books. So I thought that maybe I could cover, along with the books that I'm reading, the books that I'm reading to my kids or that my kids are reading on their own. Just this kind of like a little fun thing for other parents that are maybe looking for books for their kids to read. I thought maybe it would be helpful. So that is something that I'd like to add. I'm not going to be, trying to generalize too much, but I know that a lot of booktube tends to be more focused on YA. I don't typically only read YA. I do read a lot of adult books as well. So my interests in reading are a little bit more broad. The next question is, what are you most excited for? So again, I don't want to be too cliche here because I'm sure that this is probably an answer for a lot of people, but I love being able to share my passion for reading with other people. I love talking about reading. And I'm just excited for being able to share this interest with other people that have the same interest. Why do you love reading? Let's see. The biggest thing for me is that it allows me to escape reality and just kind of focus on a different world, a different setting, a different character's life, and just, escape from the humdrum everyday life of, you know, your average adult. So being able to just kind of escape and enjoy a book and be in that world for however long it is that I'm reading is just, it's awesome for me. I love being able to do that. The next question is, what book got you into reading? And that is Harry Potter. I love this series so much. I started reading it back when I was in high school, around the time it first came out. Yes, I'm old. And I was addicted. Prior to Harry Potter, I actually didn't like reading. I was in high school. I was forced to read a bunch of books I didn't like. And for me, it was always just something that I had to do for school versus having to do, you know, versus wanting to do for fun. And then I discovered Harry Potter, and it changed my whole perspective on reading this book. And as you can see, it's well loved. I am pretty sure I've had this book since it released back in, what was it, 1999? It's a well-loved book. I'm actually gonna hopefully start reading it to my kids soon. I love everything about Harry Potter. I love it. I'm pretty soon hopefully going to be doing the Ultimate Harry Potter tag as well, just because I need to share how much I love this book. As I said, I kind of want to have a Harry Potter themed office. That's how much I love this series. So yes, it was Harry Potter. Harry Potter got me into reading. It went from something I had to do to something I wanted to do. The next question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I mean, I know that a lot of questions have already been asked, and that a lot of the booktubers that I watch have actually done the Booktube Newbie Tag already. I would say the biggest question for the booktubers that I watch is there a series or a book that you read as either a teenager or an older child that you absolutely loved, but as an adult, you don't like anymore because, you know, as you get older, your perspective has changed. For me, I can't really say that there is one, but then again, I haven't really gone back and reread a lot of books that I read as a teenager, with the exception of Harry Potter. And obviously Harry Potter, I still really like. Just because I'm an adult now and a parent doesn't mean that I don't like Harry Potter anymore. I don't think I could ever not like Harry Potter. I'm pretty sure I could like Harry Potter when I'm 100. It's never gonna change. Harry Potter's amazing. I would say that maybe for me, the one book series that I did like as a teenager was probably like the Nancy Drew series and like the Babysitter's Club. Oh God, that's going back. Obviously those would not really interest me right now, but I did love them as a child. And even in my teenager years, after I got back into reading, I started picking them back up again, but I don't think I would necessarily enjoy them now. And finally, the last question is, what challenges will be the hardest to overcome? For me, because I have been a video game YouTuber and Twitch streamer for so long, I think the biggest issue for me, and I'm even noticing it as I'm doing this video, is that I don't have the best eye contact with the camera. Now, what's different about BookTube, at least for me, is that with video games, you don't have to be looking at the camera the whole time. You're focusing on the game that you're playing and you're talking at the same time. For BookTube, you need to be talking to the camera because you are talking essentially to somebody, you know, face to face. And I find that I'm looking away a lot. So I'm thinking that is going to probably be the biggest issue for me, is to remember that I need to look at the camera and not at my computer screen, which is what I do when I'm doing my video game stuff. So really, that's probably the biggest thing. I'm not too concerned about, you know, interacting and talking and, you know, being shy, because that's not something I have an issue with anymore. It used to be when I first started my channel, but that's not something that I think is going to be a big issue for me. It's just going to be looking at the camera. But yeah, I think that has covered basically everything. I'm super looking forward to doing BookTube here. Like I said, it's been something I've been wanting to do for a while. I have been reading for a really long time, and I just want to be able to share my love of reading with the rest of you. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, be sure to click the like and also subscribe if you have not. And if you want to be notified when my videos go up, be sure to click the bell next to the subscription button. And also be sure to follow me on social media if you want to hear any channel updates or just about life in general. I talk a lot on social media. I will be sure to post those links down below as well. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!